Hi everyone, my name is Alex Jenkins. I'm a resident fellow at Vassar College and I'm also a sports officer at ARC Sport. I believe affirmative consent looks like ongoing at every point before and after and even during things are happening, giving the person an opportunity to say no. My understanding of sexual assault and sexual harassment has drastically improved since coming to university. This is because people just talk about it more. There's a lot more open communication about events that happen in the real world and then discussion that follows that. I also went to the UNSW colleges in which they are even more open about it. Recently they've started introducing learning consent workshops in which I now run. So what I do is we get all of the new residents into a big class and basically some actors act out the different scenarios on the stage, and then we get them in groups of roughly like 10 and then we just talk about things that happen in that scenario. And we go very deep and we do ask the important questions and the serious questions because that's a part of the learning process. We find that at the start, people are pretty hesitant and quiet, but then towards the end, they are very open and very talkative, and that's what we're trying to do. That's the goal. It's difficult for young men to talk about events of sexual harassment or sexual violence because it's not completely the norm, I guess. And men might be afraid of judgment from other people because they have to uphold their men stereotypes, but that's just reinforcing and perpetuating this whole problem. We gotta say something, even if it's just some little thing, every little thing makes a difference. Coming from a country town, there's a lot of sexual violence and homophobia and stuff like that. And when I used to live there, it was difficult to talk about, it was difficult to watch, it was difficult to do anything because one, I didn't know how to do anything. Two, I probably wasn't even very good at recognizing it because I just hadn't learnt anything else. But after moving to uni and then learning about all this stuff, keyword learning, we got to take a step to learn, everyone. And then going back, now I'm able to identify it in my friends and call them out for it. Even though they're my friends, it's very important to just take that step. And given that they're my friends, it's a lot easier to just call them out because they're usually pretty responsive. So specific actions that men can take to improve this situation is learning about it for one, just learning about different perspectives on sexual harassment, learning how to identify microaggressions and stuff like that, because they quite oftentimes just go by unnoticed. And the next step is just taking that step, just making yourself known, calling people out, no matter what the response is, no matter where you are, stepping up for the rest of the world. It's important for men to recognize things that they are doing. I honestly do feel hopeful about the future and attacking sexual harassment and sexual violence. I believe that we are making steps towards it, and this is reflected in all of these just open conversations that we have, all of these learning consent workshops that we do, which are now compulsory amongst many, many schools, which is a very big step. Success for me surrounding attacking sexual harassment and sexual violence looks like endless learning opportunities, open conversations, open discussions with strangers, calling people out in public, calling people out amongst your friend group, people just being very, very brutally honest with each other, and also on the other end, brutally honest and open-minded and accepting of each other's beliefs and opinions.